Okay, everybody. Today is Wednesday, February the 8th. Right now it's about 7 o'clock p.m. Um, I'm going to give you a little rundown of what I did today. First, I'm going to give you some bad news. Now, it's not going to be bad for you, but it's definitely bad for me because I have this when I'm at the Capitol and everybody I talk to and everything else. I have this little brown notebook that I carry with me everywhere I go, and it has all my notes and everything. And unfortunately, I lost that at the end of the day. So, I'm going to give you a rundown of what I did, but I can't really give you details because I write everything down because I have a bad memory. And that book is gone. Everything I've had, everyone I talked to, all my business cards, everything else got lost. But I did let the head of security know, so they're on the lookout for it, and if anything turns up lost and found, they're going to let me know. So that's good. But with that, let's go ahead and move on. Now, basically today, what I did first of all, this morning I had to go get my brakes worked on, but I got that done in time. I had an 11 o'clock appointment with Senator Rick Bratton. He's a Missouri senator. Here, let's just go senate.mo.gov, as you can see here. Pop that on, and then we're going to jump down to senators. And let's see. Yep, and this is him, Senator Rick Bratton. Okay, because he's sponsoring two bills that I have a very big interest in, and a lot of other people who are, kind of, doing this for. And one of these bills is SB 130. Yeah, there's our senator right here. And let's see. It's SB 130. And let's do full bill text. Introduced. Okay, but here it is. It's about 5 pages. It's not too long. But basically what SB 130 is, yeah, I'll tell you what, let's go see the summary real quick. All right. It basically what it does is two things. It's got concerning sanctuary cities and E-Verify. As far as the sanctuary cities, since 2009, we've had a bill. It became law back then. We had a law that you're not supposed to have sanctuary cities. You're not supposed to harbor illegal aliens. We're not supposed to have sanctuary cities, counties, or anything like that. And that's illegal. And you can't harbor illegal aliens or hide them or conceal them or anything else like that. The only thing, though, the penalty for doing that was that any county or municipality that granted, that declared themselves a sanctuary county or municipality or whatever, the only punishment was they lose like some grant money or something. So basically, a slap on the wrist. So it's been going ignored for well over a decade, and we've had a lot of illegal aliens pour into the state since then. But basically, what Rick Bratton's bill does, it's basically the same exact bill, except the penalty mechanism is different. Instead of being losing a couple of grants, if you declare yourself a sanctuary county, municipality, whatever, and you're harboring illegal aliens, the penalty is $25,500 per day per incident. So nobody will be able to pay that. So that will definitely change it. It's the idea is kind of borrowed from SAPA, Second Amendment Preservation Act, we have here in Missouri. Now there's been other SAPA bills that have passed in other states, but the thing is, their penalty mechanism was so weak it wasn't even a slap on the wrist. So those laws pretty much go ignored. But here in Missouri, what we did is we put a penalty mechanism that if state officers, or county or federal or local, or county, state, county, or local officers help the feds in gun confiscation here in the state of Missouri, you have the individual has the right to sue them $50,000 per incident. So, and that's no other SAPA type bill in the country is anything close to that, and it works very good. We've had no problems. And the only problems we had is the Department of Justice took us to court and everything else. None of the other SAPA laws, none of the other states, just Missouri, because we have the huge penalty mechanism and it works. And they've been trying to overturn it since and had no luck. But anyways, getting back to SB 130. We just kind of borrowed that idea for the sanctuary cities. And it also contains E-Verify. Let's just look at it. Sanctuary cities. This act provides that any municipality enacts or adopts a sanctuary policy shall be subject to a fine of $25,500 for each day on which municipality has such sanctuary policy in effect. And also, E-Verify is in this bill. Current law requires only public employees to enroll and actively participate in the federal work authorization program, while other employers are permitted but not required to enroll and participate. This act requires all employers to enroll and actively participate in federal work authorization program. That way, we can identify the illegal aliens. I mean, the rest of us have to fill out I-9s and everything else when we apply, have to go to work and stuff. So, E-Verify really isn't that big a deal. But, it is a big a deal if you're an illegal alien and you're trying to work. But anyway, that's the second part of it. The third part of it here is offensive transportation, concealment, or inducement of illegal aliens. So basically, this act expands the offense of transportation of an illegal alien to include the concealment or inducement of any illegal alien. Any person is guilty of such an offense, punished as a Class D felony if he or she knowingly conceals, harbor, or shields. In other words, hides or encourages and induces an alien to come to reside in the state. But that's basically that bill. That was the main bill I was working on today, and that bill has it had second reading and it's in a committee right now. It's called the General Laws Committee, and it's not scheduled for a hearing yet, but I think the senator wants to move on it. So, and here's the thing. Now, today I basically went around. I haven't been to the Democrats yet, but I have. Obviously, we know we got one vote here, Senator Rick Bratton, because that's his bill. And now you also have Senator Rusty Black. I went to his office today. He wasn't there, but I think he's pretty much he shouldn't have a problem with this bill because he's from up north near the Bethany, Missouri area. That's where he's senator at, and he actually has a couple of bills which won't allow for foreign land ownership because that's a big deal up in northern Missouri. You got a lot of people upset because you got Chinese buying farms and co-ops and stuff, and they'll do it through third parties and stuff like that, try and make it look like it's Americans buying it. But you got a lot of people up in arms up there. And I guess Senator Black's listening to his constituents because he's got a joint resolution here, which right here says no alien, foreign businesses, or nation shall acquire by grant, purchase, device, descent, or otherwise agricultural land in the state after August 28, 2023. No person may hold agricultural land as an agent, trustee, or other fiduciary for an alien, foreign business or nation. So you can't have a third party come in and buy the land or run it. If it's going to be for a foreign entity, it won't be allowed. So, and that's a Senate joint resolution. So if this were to pass through a committee and, then go through the House and all that, it would actually go up for a vote in the general election or whatever, or in the fall or whenever. So it'd actually go to a vote of the people. Now, he also has a bill too. Let's see, and that's Senate Bill 76, and it's basically the same thing. I'm not going to go, you guys can read this stuff, all right, because I got to keep this short. But so I don't see him. I see him voting for SB 130. That shouldn't be a problem. So you got 2 votes there. Now, here's where we might run into problems. We got 4 other Republican senators right here. You got Mike Bernskoetter. He's the chairperson of this committee. You got Mike Searpoy, who's the vice chair. And I'm sorry. And the third Republican is Senator Lincoln Huff. Now, Rick Bratton, obviously, we know he's voting for it. And I'm pretty sure we got Rusty Black on our side. And now I actually caught Senator Lincoln Huff in the hallway when I talked to him. And, I asked him if he was familiar with SB 130. He said he hadn't looked into it yet, but, I told him it's Bratton's bill. And he said, well, if it's Bratton's bill, it'll be pretty good, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, and then I also went to Mike Bernsketter, Senator Bernsketter. He chairs the committee, and I talked to his legislative assistant. It's hard to say. Yeah, I think he probably would be for, or at least be willing to vote it out, vote it through the committee. But I really need to get a chance to talk to him. I talked to his legislative assistant, and I went to Mike Searfoy's office. He wasn't there. I talked to his legislative assistant, and she was asking me if I was in their district and all that. You generally don't get that much from senators and reps. They don't ask you that, but they do. And so I don't know. I'm just got to go in the office or find him and talk to him personally, see where he stands on that. And then you got two Democrats that are here. That are also on this committee. That was Doug Beck, and then Senator Greg Razor. Now I've talked to both of these guys. Uh, I didn't talk to him today about this bill, but last session I talked to Senator Razor, because we were both against the ballot initiatives that would, or all the ballot initiatives that were coming through that basically wanted to pretty much just get rid of Missouri's ballot initiative. And him and the Democrats were against that. So yeah, I talked to him then. So I'm gonna have to ask him where they stand on this too. A lot of people say, well, they're Democrats, they'll probably be against it. I'm not so sure. But yeah. So basically, I'm looking at probably, I know definitely I got 2 votes for sure. I got to get 2 more. We got to get 2 more on our side. And I'm looking at this guy. Not quite sure where he stands, but I think we can pull him on our side. And then I got to find 1 more between 2 Republicans here, Searpoy and Huff, and between 2 Democrats. That's can we turn 1 out of 4? Because if we can do that and get Bernsketter on our side, then we got it out of committee. But this is going to be tough, but I'm gonna be up there pretty much every day, so I'm gonna stay on it. But that's the main one I did, and then also uh, another bill that Rick Bratton is sponsoring. It's Senate Bill 43. Now, if you follow my SEPA Central channel, last year I was pushing for a House Bill 2118, which was called the Stand Your Ground Act, or the Enhanced Stand Your Ground Act. Basically, what it is, in the state of Missouri, we had this draconian law that if you use self-defense or use deadly force to defend yourself, the burden of proof is upon you. So that's and that's ridiculous. Everybody's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, whether it's jaywalking or defending yourself. So, I pushed that bill last year, and if you go follow that, basically Plocker sat on that bill. We got it through 2 committees, but then Plocker wouldn't even put it on the floor, and I had a talk with him, and he basically told me the bill would never see the light of day because he's an ex-prosecutor, and all the prosecutors and police chief associations, sheriff associations were against that bill, and he sided with them. But anyway, the Senate bill here, number 43, is basically a Senate version of that same bill that was out last year. And we're working on that. Now, as far as that goes, let's go back to our cast of characters here. Now, obviously, it's Bratton's bill, so we know we got that. And we definitely got Rusty Black on that. And I think we'll have Bernsketter on that too. Now, I imagine the 2 Democrats, Senator Beck and Senator Razor, are going to be against that bill. I'm pretty sure. So what we got to do is we got to turn one of these 2 guys, Mike Searpoy and Lincoln Huff. We got to get one of them to vote for it in order to get it to pass. So, yeah, well, it's going to be a little bit of work there. But basically, that's what I was working on today. And then, of course, right at the end of the day, I remember the room I went to. I was going to talk to somebody else about their. That was let's see. That was Representative Ingrid Burnett. I went to her office. And I had my notebook with me there because I had it open because I had the room number written down and everything. And I walked in there and I talked to her legislative assistant. She wasn't there. And, you know, I was told I want to talk to her about her asset forfeiture bill, which I don't have in front of me and I can't remember because I don't have a notebook. But anyway, I walked out. I thought I walked out of that notebook, and then I thought I went across the hall to the rotunda and sat down on stage. And then I was looking through my bag and I couldn't find the notebook. And I went back over there, and that guy said I had walked out of there with it, which I thought I did. And I checked everywhere, but like I said, I talked to head of security, and they're on the lookout for it. Hopefully that thing turns up. If not, I got to go find a notebook tonight, and we'll start all over. I lost quite a bit of info, but it's not the end of the world. Stuff happens. Hey, it is what it is. You know, it's all part of all part of the process. But this is pretty much what I was working on today, and I don't think I did. I actually did a bunch of stuff yesterday, but I didn't put out a video. But I'm gonna leave this video at this right here. And again, if you guys want to check any of those bills out, it's SB 130, which is the Illegal Alien Act, and SB 43, which we're going to call the Innocent Until Proven Guilty bill, because that's really what it's about. And, you know, you want to find any of those bills, it's real easy. All you got to do is type in senate.mo.gov. And the easiest way to do it would be, I would just say, go over here to Senators. You can find Rick Bratton. And then where it says sponsored bills, we're going to hit that. And you got SB 43, modifies provisions relating self-defense. Again, that's the Innocent Until Proven Guilty bill. And then SB 130 modifies provisions relating to illegal aliens. And you can click on those and look through those bills. And of course, and then also let's go over. We're going to back that up, and let's do this. Okay, senate.mo.gov. And we're going to go right back to Senators again. And then we're going to scroll down. And right next to Senator Bratton is Senator Rusty Black. And we're going to go to his. And you just click on Sponsored Bills. And then he has SB 76, repeals certain provisions pertaining to foreign ownership of agricultural land. I call it the no-flow bill. Basically, no foreign land ownership. And then he also has SJR, was his Senate something resolution, and relating foreign ownership of agricultural land. It's basically another, I call it another no-flow bill. You know, no foreign land ownership. And this one, if it passes through the Senate and the House, that would actually go up for a vote of the people. So if you want to check those bills, feel free to check them out. And if you like those bills, you can go to the General Laws Committee here. In fact, I'll just show you how to pull that up. So let's do this again. Let's go to senate.mo.gov. And then you're going to find committees. And then under standing, we are going to go to general laws. And you can also, where it says bills assigned to the committee, you can check on that and you can pull those bills up. But these are the guys here. Now, if you like either one of those bills, I would say definitely call all these guys. You know, you can get their phone. Just click on the pictures, and you'll get their phone numbers. And feel free to call their office and email, let them know. Or really, if you have a fax machine, those work great, because if you fax something, people always pick up a fax. So yeah, okay. Now we're gonna let go at that. So let's drop that down, and I'm gonna say thanks for watching, guys. And if you like what you heard, spread the word.